You're smart, you're capable, and you've done the work. So why do you still question whether you belong in the room? In today's episode, I'm unpacking the one thought that's sabotaging your confidence at work and how to shift it before it takes over. If you've ever second guessed yourself in a meeting, stayed silent in a room full of people, or walked out wondering if you said the wrong thing, this is for you. My name's Corrie Lo, and if you are ready to replace doubt with action, be sure to subscribe. I create weekly content for high achievers, especially women who are ready to step into confident, aligned leadership without burning out. I've worked with executives, I've worked with entrepreneurs, even ERG leaders. And I could tell you, the smartest women in the room, they all say the same thing. I'm not sure I belong here. But here's the truth. You wouldn't be in that room if your voice didn't matter. All right, so let's unpack the thought, I don't belong in this conversation. First, it's subtle. It creeps in before your meeting. It shows up when you hesitate to share an idea. And it sounds like humility, but truth is it's actually sabotage. The reason that it's sabotage is because you're sabotaging yourself through your thoughts. A lot of times we get into these rooms, we're promoted, we're invited, and we feel out of our element. We don't feel like we belong, and it's uncomfortable, right? And it's easier for us to deal with that sense of discomfort by our minds telling us and making us believe that we don't belong there so that we have an excuse to leave and not deal with that discomfort in leveling up than it is to actually deal with those thoughts and deal with that discomfort. So next time you feel this, remember it's a form of mental self-sabotage. So it's something that you can rewire yourself. The reason this thought is so damaging is because it immediately makes you shrink. You defer, you stay silent, and eventually you stop showing up fully altogether. And here's the truth. You're not in this room by accident. This is what makes me so worked up every single time I hear these amazing, smart, talented women when they say this. Someone ultimately believed that you had value. Somebody invited you into that room to begin with. Somebody said that you needed to be a part of this meeting or a part of this event or part of this conversation. Somebody saw that leadership potential. You didn't just stumble in. You were invited in for a reason. So the next time you hear this thought and you're thinking that you don't belong in the room, I want you to try this. Say this to yourself. My perspective brings value, even if it's different. You don't have to be the loudest voice. You just have to be the most authentic and truest one to you. They asked you to be there because you are you and you have something of value to contribute. Confidence isn't the absence of doubt. It's moving away from that. Every bold move I've ever made, whether that be personally or professionally, came with nerves. If you're human, you're always going to be afraid of something in some way, shape, or form. Nothing worthwhile ever comes from a place of comfort. But I did it because I reminded myself that I earned this, right? I earned this room. I earned the ability to be here. So I'd love to know, what's one room that you've questioned whether or not you belonged in? Drop it in the comments. Let's normalize this because truth is you're not alone. There's so many other women and our allies as well who feel the same way, especially when we struggle with confidence. And if you want some help rewriting those mental scripts, check out my Say It Like a Leader Instant Access Workshop. It's designed to help high-achieving women own their voice, speak with confidence, and ultimately stop second-guessing themselves at work, at home, and everywhere in between. I'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for checking out The Next Step with Corrie Lo. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend, subscribe, and leave a review. Together, we'll transform overwhelm into action, and we'll keep taking the next step towards confident leadership. See you next time.